Hello everybody, welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air. Sorry, I almost choked. Oh, I forgot to get rid of some stuff here. What's going on, folks? Nice to see you in here. It's Greg, K6EGG. I apologize for not coming on yesterday. Nice to see you in there. 26SOU01. Nate, you're going to get a surprise in the mail, I don't know, within a week. Who knows what it could be? Man, I should have shaved. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't come on last night. I admit, I just didn't feel like playing ham radio. And the other thing is my antenna is like way down. Yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. My other one is like Greg, blah, 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 625-442 and 62. Joe, you might be getting something in the mail too. Not everybody's getting something in the mail. Mr. G, nice to see you in there. I saw KG2MM in there, but that screen went away. There we go. Now I got you in there. All right, well, here's a couple caveats to tonight, and one of the reasons why I didn't come on last night is, I don't know if you saw a little bit of that weather. I didn't have it up that long, but man, we're getting a lot of rain. Believe it or not, my area is not getting a lot of rain, and probably Dave's area there where he's at. I'm guessing he's in Temecula, California. Just a guess. Like most of it's staying north. Like yesterday, they said it's gonna be 2 inches of rain. We got like a little bit of mist before midnight last night, and nothing. And it didn't really start raining until I had to pick up Haley at like 2:30, right when she got out of school. So, and it's still not that bad. So, to the north of here, yes, they are getting more rain. It happens, but I guess, sorry, I'm completely out of breath because I almost choked on something right before I came on. So, excuse me. All right. So a little bit north of here where they had a lot of the wildfires that were actually took out some neighborhoods. They're going to be in some serious dog doo-doo probably because the foothills here in Southern California, the mountains and stuff kind of keep all the clouds in. It just kind of sits there and dumps as far as the storm goes. But here, not that bad. I live in the middle of a valley. Not much, but I do have my antenna down most of the way. And so I'm not really getting out that good. And I want to try voice, but I don't think it's going to be too good unless I get some local folks here. I might be able to get Dave down in Temecula. Just guessing where you're at. I know where you're at. Yeah, see, you kind of in the same pattern. It's coming from the south to north and then moving east. Maybe. It's down pretty. I can reach it. It's so far down. So it's up enough that I'm not getting a bad SWR, basically. Although I've had my antenna on the ground and I've gotten actually a pretty decent SWR. So I don't know. The other thing is I'm watching. There's supposed to be a SpaceX launch in about an hour, I think. I was actually going to come on for the New Glenn launch last night or yesterday afternoon, but things just didn't work out. And I got to be honest with you, I didn't feel like sitting in front of a camera yesterday. I just didn't. Sorry. I didn't feel like playing ham radio and everything. So I apologize. It just kind of, I guess, whatever, right? Just, yeah, correct. So this is what oops, almost hit the wrong button. SpaceX is planning back-to-back Falcon launches from Florida Space Coast. The rockets supporting Starlink 689 and Starlink 685, out of order there. Both from Launchpad 40? Is that possible? Or both positioned to liftoff currently set at 10:08. So that's an hour from now, almost exactly an hour from now Eastern, and I'll probably be in bed by 1:20 a.m. Eastern, even though that's only 10:20 here or 10:21 here. So guys, keep me in the loop on this because I would love to show that. You guys know I space geek out, and before any of you guys say, "Oh, I thought you were like, oh, one is on 39, the other one's on 40." Okay. I know they're right next to each other. They're kind of adjacent. I've actually been almost on top of it. I wouldn't say on the launch pad, but right next to it. There. Actually, maybe even with Seth. I don't know. Did we take the VAC tour? I can't remember. Anyways, looking forward to that. And before some of you say, "Oh, aren't you a SpaceX guy?" I'm a space guy. So I think that's awesome with New Glenn, Amazon, whoever the heck owns them, Jeff Bezos. I think that's great. Any competition in that field is gonna, push things a little bit further. And small possibility, make it to Mars in my lifetime. I don't think that's gonna personally happen, but right in the Judy, did I say? I think I said that wrong. Into the Judy, I can't. I don't think I said that right, but I try to act like I was being smart there. But with the right push and drive, I think we can probably do something, and I really would like to see us get there. We are going around the moon. I believe the first week of February is the earliest they can launch. I just happen to be probably going to be happening to be in Florida the middle of the month for Hamcation, Hamfest, or whatever the heck it's called. I'm sure I'll screw that one up. So I'm looking forward to the future. And a lot of people don't realize, we got so many other inventions, including like our cell phones or at least parts of them, from, stuff from the space program. So a lot of people don't realize. They're like, "Oh, we're wasting all this money and we could feed homeless, blah, blah, blah." Well, we could, yes, but I want my cell phone. You don't know what else is around the corner. I don't know what they can invent that can be even better, but yeah. Did you ever think in a million years that you'd be able to connect to somebody pretty much anywhere on the planet now, with like a little tiny little thing you could hold in your pocket? Probably not. You've got mail. Somebody's got mail.
You've got mail.
Somebody's going to have upside down mail. Where's Colin at? Oh, Dustin, you're also going to get something in the mail. A surprise. Seth, you're not going to get anything in the mail. You already got yours in the mail.
Why didn't you send me anything? What the hell's wrong with you?
I've sent you stuff before.
Liar.
Oh, that was the other person I was going to do.
Does it include a
I'll have to get to that.
Does it include a certain message? Wait, did you forget about Matt?
I did. I had it written down and I had totally spaced. So what I'm going to
So hold on a second. So I got to send the surprise.
So hold on. You don't have to yell. You don't have to yell. You have a microphone?
Yeah, I'm using it.
Okay. Slow down.
So I have to send something. I have to send something back to near you, the same surprise, and you got to send something to Washington. How does that work?
And
I got to send, and I have to send stuff to your home and native land.
It does. My work does that with our bodies. They send the guy from Atlanta to LA and the LA guy to Atlanta. So you know what? So what?
Yeah, but we're not paying for this, are we? Other than postage and expenses.
Dude, I got to work you on voice. I know it's going to be difficult. I've Thanksgiving off.
You want a medal?
Where the heck is that, by the way?
Is that from? No, that's
That's off this north of Venezuela, right?
That's the Dutch island, right? That's the
yeah.
What's it called?
Oh, you don't arrive till Friday. That sucks because how long are you going to be there for? Oh, this Friday coming up? You have anything else? Do you want to interrupt me on?
I want to.
You know how it is. You know how bad my train of thought is. Okay, so we still have a chance because I'll be off. Let me see here. Anything? Okay, good because I'm off the 24th. I'm off the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and I'm off the 1st. So
you're not working basketball?
Not during those days. I did. Did I do basketball? No, it wasn't last night. It was 2 nights ago. Oh. I was going to say something else. I totally spaced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt, I'm sorry. You were on the list. Don't. First off, it's for people. Okay. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to roll out slowly because I don't have a lot of things going on. So some people are going to get a surprise. Some people aren't. I don't give away stuff on this channel. So this is just a thank you for supporting. And it's just stupid. It's something stupid. So you'll be at sea. Oops. Are you going to be a seaman? Hello from Oklahoma. Nice to see you out there from the East Coast.
West Coast. What?
Best what?
West Coast.
You didn't win anything. Sorry. I am not giving away anything. So, Tim, did you have a dream about this microphone? And by the way, don't get me wrong. The RE20 is a great microphone. I think for what I'm doing here right now, just talking to you folks, I think it sounds better than this. But this thing sounds better on HF. EQ curve on it's a little bit better. And no, I tried, and sorry, I should say yes, and I've tried to EQ the RE20 to the same as this, and I cannot make it sound the same. This thing has more voltage. I'm too busy talking to you guys. Hold on. I'm like, wait a minute. Who's that? Oh, I know that guy.
I don't know that guy.
By the way, excuse me there. I rated Haley's Halloween candy.
So you're going to hell is what you're saying.
Nah, she didn't want to eat most of it anyway. She's not a big candy person. She doesn't like peanut M&Ms. She doesn't like Kit Kat. So I'm just eating what she doesn't want to eat. Hey, Greg, do you have any experience with Signal Link? I'm trying to use the TS2000 on. No, I do not. I do actually still have a TS2000. I'm trying to get rid of.
Did you just sell it?
I have not. It's
What was
broken.
that?
Mine probably. I could use the money off of it too. The other thing is I need to get another antenna here shortly, within months.
Sounds like me. But we're not talking about me tonight.
She likes the regular M&Ms. Last year for her birthday, not this past year, this past October, I bought her regular chocolate M&Ms and I had her name put on them and it said happy birthday on them. You could do that if from the actually I think I did that from the, because I was in Vegas, I did that from the M&M store and then they sent it to me. But you can do it online. Did you see the new WSJTX update 3.0? I have. I think our friend from the channel, if we say it 3 times, he'll show up. K8MRD made a video on it, I want to say. Somebody did. Either him or Josh. I remember seeing something about it. The other thing is I want to run dark mode, and I'll show you here. But I need to change out my colors here a little bit because the yellow and the white gets blown out. There's not enough contrast, so I can't read it.
Yeah, but you can't read on a good day.
What?
You can't read on a good day.
So I definitely want to run this dark mode because I run all my stuff in dark mode on my computer, except for this program. Yeah, I know. I'm just too lazy. Unless you guys want to show me how to do it now. So maybe we could change that right now because I don't know how the voice is going to be for me.
Hey, Greg, you know what I have to do tonight?
What do you have to do tonight?
I have to renew my Logbook of the World certificate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been getting reminders, and I think it expires in like 3 days. So I'm like, I might as well do that.
This is the stock colors. So as soon as I get done making the, so as soon as I get done making this contact, I'm going to go and change the colors. But I'm going to need your help. This is where you guys can help me because I can't remember. I remember how to do it. I think it's in the configurations. Yeah, this should be black. No? Well, I don't know. Yeah, see, I don't like... Okay, so file. Oh, that doesn't look right. I don't see any settings. I thought it was in here in configurations. No. I don't see a settings. So I personally, if you're asking me, Seth will probably be a better one to know. From what I read, the government's not going to be fully up from 10 days from Wednesday. So, and that's like right around Thanksgiving. So my guess is probably after Thanksgiving.
Well, I will
File
say
settings under general tab.
a couple of people who do exams, we were joking, taking bets on when stuff would be up. I think the consensus was Thursday, as in the 20th, is what we were guessing, and we were only half serious, but it might be. ULS is not up yet. The VECs have gotten
settings. I don't see settings here, by the way.
Can you still hear me, Greg?
Yeah, I hear you.
The VECs have gotten preliminary guidance on when electronic filing comes back up, what to do in terms of how many applications they want to send across or to send across in one shot. Hey, Grayman, have you tried to log into ULS lately?
All this says is erase in the file settings. I thought it was here.
Grayman, if you go to ULS and go to, let's say, application search, you get redirected to the shutdown page. So, and Matt, who's doing net control for the HRCC net? I'm kind of curious.
Who? What net?
The more popular guy from California, net.
Who?
The other guy from California.
The People's Republic. So I'm on the general tab here.
Yeah. Guys, it's not up yet, so don't. Oh.
In his own mind.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Dave from Temecula.
I can almost hit Dave from Temecula on 2 meter, but we got a piece of dirt between us.
Is Temecula near San Diego?
It's like in between. It's like almost like 50% way to San Diego for me.
Okay.
Yeah, see. Okay, I'm sorry. What am I doing here? So I need to change color here.
You're making a fool of yourself. That's what you're doing here.
I do that every day, and I don't have a problem with it. I thought it was here. But I might be wrong. But you're saying the general tab?
Oh, what are you trying to find? I should have asked.
Colors. Hold on. I don't want to do anything. Colors tab. All right. Which one did I want to change here? What do I right click on? I'm an idiot. Foreground color, background color. It'd be helpful if I can read this. There we go. Oh, I just froze up. Oh, no, I didn't. This other thing came up. Change it to white. Or it's just like regular colors. Hold on. Let's cancel this real quick. Foreground color. Where's regular colors here? Why can't I just change it to white? White. All right. Let's see what happens when I transmit here. Now it's yellow. Oh, I see. When I change, oh, I see. Much better. Correct. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, that ain't gonna work. Much more soothing for my eye. I don't like bright modes. Oh, look at that. Richmond, New York. That's the state next to you.
Wait.
Staten Island.
Yep. I'm sorry.
Staten Island.
I'm sorry.
What's up, Kim? I went to your YouTube page, Kim, and I saw that you were on. You had your, I think it was a 7610. And I actually heard people talking on 6 meter the other day. So how about that? I was thinking, what are the chances, right? And then there you go. And by the way, you might know this. Is Chino Hill State Park still, can you still camp when it's raining? Or they kick you out? Pretty much our state parks close when it's raining, by the way, in case you guys are wondering here in the People's Republic. Oh, I'm right on top of somebody. And I can't believe, was that Tim that said Frank? I can't believe that.
Oh, well, Greg, some people are entitled to their opinions, no matter how correct or incorrect they may be.
No, we can't do that. Jason, nice to see you in there. I'm finally getting back to my summertime routine after a month and a half. My last doctor's appointment, he did not like my blood pressure and stuff.
Too high?
It's like, I went from no blood pressure medication, barely needing it, to like it went up more with blood pressure medication. So he had to change my thing here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wonder if I could still drive in there.
What time is it there? 6:30?
Oh, what's closed now, but I'm just meaning I don't want to go tomorrow because I guess tonight we're supposed to get
rain,
the worst of it. But they were hyping this thing up for like since last week. They said Wednesday night it's gonna start pouring. It was like 90 degrees when I was driving home at midnight the other night. All day Thursday it's gonna rain. It didn't even get close to raining yesterday. It was clear in the morning and whatever. Friday's gonna be brutal. Blah blah blah. And it barely like pissed. So it's like, come on. Yeah, I don't do too many carbs. Although today I did. I had Italian for dinner and like 6 things of mini Kit Kat things. Not the best in the world for dinner, but I did a half hour on the bike, half hour in the sauna.
You could take one guess what I had for dinner tonight.
A bagel?
Nope.
What?
Take another guess. That's a breakfast food anyway.
You could have breakfast for dinner? I do all the time.
Uh-huh.
Pizza? Costco pizza?
No, that was last night. Try again.
I don't know. I don't know what else do you eat there. Whoa.
What else is New York known for?
Steak?
Nope. Actually, I was wrong.
Wait a minute. No, you hit the ding. I won.
No. Nope. You lost.
You don't like steak though.
I eat steak.
You eat it, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. No.
Okay, so what did you get?
Chinese food.
You could have said you could have said an ethnic food.
Well, you said Italian,
a New York ethnic.
Well, there's also New York Italian.
A religious food.
Jason, it ain't Hanukkah yet.
Christmas is coming though.
What's Christmas?
Chinese food day.
Oh yeah, well for us.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't mind eating Chinese food on that day. Although we get prime rib. Yeah. The heavy rains are in Temecula now. Let's take a look. So keep in mind, this thing's going to start out in 30 minutes. So someone needs to remind me whether this radar is probably the best to show on the screen. I'll just go to Montclair.
Where's Montclair?
We're right next to Claremont. It's actually right next to Kim there. God, what's with all these pop-ups?
Terry, well, first of all, Greg, do you know what an ad blocker is? Apparently not.
No.
Matt or Grayman, would you guys be terribly upset if we hijacked this stream to tell Greg to how to install an ad blocker?
I do need an ad blocker.
And Terry, it does rain in California, but the question is, can people drive once it does rain? I'm going to go with no.
People try, I explained that earlier. All right. So I do admit there aren't that good of drivers in California, but I mean, Florida's way worse. No offense, Jason, but I've driven in Florida a lot, and there's horses on the street there too. That I've seen them on Highway 95. I have witnesses. Anyways, there's a lot of traffic on our highways here. I'm going to call them highways because that's what you guys call them outside of California. I do need a weather station.
Whoa. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
So a lot of oils and stuff drop off these cars throughout the months. And generally people think right when it starts raining, oh, it's okay. I could still drive the way I used to drive when it was dry. Well, no, you can't. And by the way, it's wet and it's greasy. So it's like a little bit worse at the beginning. And then after like about 5 or 6 hours, the accidents go down. And Mr. Ham Radio, that's good for you. I fast every day. I do a 16/8 every single day. I try to at least. The most I've done was whatever it is, 4 days. And that hurt.
What's a 16/8?
So you don't eat for 16 hours and then you eat whatever you want for 8 hours. Well, I don't eat whatever I want, but you can eat whatever you want.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
It's fasting.
Okay.
Please do.
Well, Jason, I can semi-agree with you on that one. I hate New Jersey drivers.
It's, you know what? It's not Florida. It's like Miami's, I think, is the worst. And I don't know if Matt's in here still, but I know he was doing some stuff down that road. So good for you. Keep at it. My trick, and you know what? The food, people are going to talk about food or whatever. Just keep drinking water and that will get it out of your head. Like almost drown yourself in water. And it's actually fairly good for you because you're going to get dehydrated without eating. So give it a shot there, Seth. Try a 16/8. It's actually 8/16, technically. You know what? I've only driven in Connecticut once. And so Temecula. So here's where I'm at, just south of Ontario here. You got Corona, and then Temecula's right off the 15, right over here. And San Diego's down here. So he's about 50% drive or halfway drive to San Diego. And I don't see it. Yeah, it looks like you got a little bit of a dark cell over there and a little bit of yellow. Most of this stuff is coming in from the south. The next couple hours is going to be a little brutal. Yeah, see, look at that. There goes some heavy stuff about 10 o'clock tonight. And then it looks like it's going to, tomorrow looks like it might be a little bit interesting.
How so?
I quit smoking 2 years ago, and holy hell, I packed. Yeah, to your point. So, all right, I don't talk about this too often, but I smoked between when I was 16 to 24, a lot. I wouldn't say like packs a day, but And I was also a runner in high school, keep in mind. Stress, it's great. You get in the car, have one, and you're just like, chill the rest of the way in LA, right? Okay, so I got right the year 2000, so it was actually December of 1999. Right before Christmas, I started getting this weird head cold, and it got 100 times worse. Like I couldn't it turned into the influenza flu, and I was still trying. I remember I was in Florida. I was in Miami. I was doing a bowl game down there. I was working a bowl game, and it's still hard to see the yellow. I need to change the yellow. Maybe I'll change it to purple. Hold on. All right, well. I need to change it back to black. Okay, let me finish my story here. So, I just moved out. I was living in the city of Pomona off the 57. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we had a freeway right nearby, or highway, and you just smell all the diesel coming in. I was just like, I was super sensitive to every smell because I had this flu. Anyways, it was the millennium changeover. And I wake up after the, New Year's Day, like 3:00 in the afternoon, because I had flown in the night before on New Year's Eve. And I was just like, flying when you're sick, it's like torture. It like the pressure and everything like that. I don't know if you guys ever flown when you're sick. Seth probably has. It is absolutely the most brutal experience you could possibly have in your life. Like seriously, because your body's already like out of it, and then you stick it in a tube and you put it at altitude and pressure. But so I wake up and I go, you know what? I'm going to do something. I was 24 years old. I'm going to quit smoking. That's it. I wasn't planning on it. I'm
turkey?
like, well, at that point I already stopped for like a week, and I'm like, just going to stop. I stopped. And you know what? I had one sense. I was in Vegas, and I thought it was disgusting. And I'm like, that's it. But I still get the nick fits from it. So I just got a text message. So I have to look at that.
Not from me.
So good for you. First off, so the reason why I'm saying this, Dustin, is I was never a candy eater, even like before, like ever, never, ever a candy eater. Once in a while, some Skittles or some M&Ms, but rarely ever. Mainly because I had braces all like up until I was 17, and I couldn't eat it with the braces on because it would mess up it'd get in the braces and stuff. So I stayed away from it, and I just didn't have an appetite for it. But after I quit, candy was my friend. I would sit there and eat peanut M&Ms on the way into work. I don't care what time it was, 5 a.m, peanut M&Ms were entering my mouth. So Snickers, gummy bears, yes, everything. So it's hard. I still have the problem with that. That's my kind of Achilles. Like I went from one addiction to another. So hang in there. I can't tell you anything about stopping that, but eating candy is probably better than smoking a cigarette. And I'm not a doctor or anything, but I'm just guessing. So where do I change the yellow? See, I need to get rid of that yellow there. Or do I make it black? Yes, I did. And the thing was that I was a distance runner. I started running, I don't know, when I was in junior high. And I would run, I was even running when I was, having cigarettes, like for workout on the road. So, and then after that, yeah, I got a gut. I never had a gut. I never had a gut. So how do I change this? What do I do here? What do you guys suggest? This is interactive YouTube here. scroll up, okay? I have scrolled up. And thank you guys for being patient. Yeah, smoking's super bad for you. It is so bad for you. You know, even the weed smoking's not good. It's actually a little worse because you get the tar right in your lungs with the filters. It's not even the drug part that's bad for you. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Right click on the yellow. Which yellow? This yellow? This yellow? I don't know which yellow. So is it this yellow? So it's this one right here. And I'm trying to match. The colors all look a little bit different. Which one? What, fifth one down? Or what do you think? This one? You ran track in high school? What did you do? Long distance or sprint? Or shot put? Or there's a lot of different stuff. I'll wait till I make a change here. But I'm guessing it's this one. What do you think, Dustin? And Seth, you probably don't want to care to divulge if you smoked or not, do you?
I don't. I never smoked.
Nice there. What info is in the yellow RX window? Is the calls calling you? It's my call calling out that I want to change. That's what this is. This yellow is me. I can't even read this. You were 7? Holy crap. Well, let me go back to here. So this is me calling. So if you see me TXing here, this is my TX out. But if I change it to black, will it change all these? So you can see now. My call and message. And it should be foreground. Or background. And I want it to be white or black. Once you go. Oh, crap. I didn't save it. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'll go back here. My call, foreground, black. Okay. No, I saved it. No, it didn't save. What the heck's going on here? That's what I didn't do. No, it's still not. The first time and the last time. No, that didn't change it. What did I do wrong? Biggest thing, I don't want the yellow. I'd rather have it be like blue or something. But let's see, it will change the text. What do you think there, Dustin? Scroll down to the bottom. Transmit message. There we go. What should I do here? There we go. Wonder what happens here, though. Let me see this. I also want to change the color. I don't like the yellow. It's too bright. Ah. So background color, I want to change this. Let's do blue. Too dark. This is fun. If you can't read it on this page, you won't be able, yeah. There we go. I actually like that. I like that color. You know what that color reminds me of? Remember the Pro 2000 scanners, the realistic scanners?
Of course.
It's the same type of blue almost. Dustin, you running dark background or dark in dark mode? And the reason why I didn't change it for me is because I didn't know how to change these colors. I was too lazy to do it. Does that make me a bad person for doing that? Being so lazy? But this is more like soothing to the eye. And I'm afraid of upgrading and have to go through all my settings again. St. Lucie, Florida. I know where that is. I've been there before. Back. So if you're somewhere in the United States, and the only reason why I say United States, because I'm not getting out further than the Caribbean, come and get me on 40 meters. So do you guys know each other or something? That's awesome if you do. And Dustin, thank you very much. Oh, I had a question for you. You're running Starlink full time at your house now, correct? Number one, are you using the home dish, the bigger, not the mini dish like I have? And number two, do you have any interruptions when it rains or snows? I don't think you've had it since the snow. Because I know somebody actually in Colorado that's thinking about getting one of those. Big Bear Lake. I have a Big Bear Lake by me. All right. Did I lose Dustin? I might have lost Dustin. I don't know why I'm whispering. Okay, yes. You have a Gen 3 dish and only has Storm Cloud once. Any issues with it? By the way, thank you for your answer. That's why. I wonder if the Mini has a heater. That's awesome. That's crazy. I just more thought the clouds would have more of an effect, but well, this guy hasn't called me back. So I am moving on. Isn't it a lot of people ask me, oh, well, how hard is it to aim it and do all this stuff? You literally just throw it out there. I mean, you can get on the app and kind of tweak it in. You literally just put it out anywhere. You want to kind of have it towards the north, like it's like the tilting part towards the north, the top part towards the north. But other than that, I mean, I had no clue how to set it up, and I set it up in like 5 minutes.
When do you have a clue?
When I'm at work.
I don't know.
It's like literally the only time I have a clue. So here's the other thing. I know I was half joking about a lot of these, the satellites getting screwed up with a solar storm, but they didn't launch. They waited launching the New Glenn rocket till after the storm was over, the solar storm. It's a good question. I have no clue. Yeah, I know. My buddy I actually got my ham radio license with. He hit me up. He had a couple questions about the Starlink Mini, And I know he goes camping, you know, whatever, once or twice a month or whatever. He actually goes quite a bit. And he has to drive up to some remote areas for his business. And he asked me a couple times, you know, do you have any problems with it? I go, no. I like everywhere I throw it out, it's fine. It works fine. And I said, what I did notice, you know, if I'm in a metropolitan area, there might be people in the area that have them, and it might be clogging up the satellites or something. But the further I got out, the better I was because there's less people using it. And I said I haven't had any issues, and he loves it. He has to drive up to the mountains and stuff where there's no cell phone coverage, and he tracks when he's driving.
So does he still have a ham license?
Yeah, he's an extra, but he's a smart guy.
Okay,
he's a smart guy, so he kind of does. I don't want to. Well, I don't want to say what he does, but he deals with that kind of stuff in his business. This line.
Well, you're sure he's smart if he's got to ask you?
Well, he didn't know about. He's smart because he did ask because he wants opinions on stuff. So yeah, he is smart. I had experience with it. He didn't, and he wanted to know somebody had a little bit of experience with it. So basically, it turns into a $300 sat phone for $50 a month, and I think that's awesome.
And also, if you don't want to pay you get that standby mode for $5 a month.
Yeah,
right, emergency.
Yeah. At first, I was kind of pissed about it, but then it's like, okay, it's $5. It's not, you know, it's Seth. You know, I'm cheap. As cheap as I am, I'm like, you know what? That's cheap. That's kind of sucks. But it's easier to connect with it when I'm in the field. Like I would forget about activating my Starlink before I head up to Chino Hills, and I didn't get any service to get a text to activate the service. Because sometimes you need to have a secondary sign in for it, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to go walk up the hill to go get a text, and hope I get it quick enough before it gets it times out. No, I turned it on. I updated it yesterday, and I was thinking I was gonna do a POTA yesterday. And I ended up not doing it. But no, I want to keep mine. I like it. It's cute. And I'm trying to talk my wife into I think she's going on another cruise. I'm going to have her bring it with her. But I heard I heard it's like banned on ships, but I'll hide the SSDI or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but don't they do an X-ray of like all the stuff you bring on board?
I don't know. They're usually looking for weapons, not for Starlinks. Well, I know a guy I watched on YouTube. Like the guy, he was going between San Francisco and Hawaii, I think, or somewhere on the West Coast. Maybe it was Portland or something. I don't know. And he brought the Mini, and he was like editing videos and uplinking them and whatever else. And like, I guess like somebody from the cruise saw it on the, not on a ship, but from the corporate office, and they found where he was at, and they confiscated it. They didn't give it back to him till he got to land, and they said he wasn't allowed to use it. But before he got on, this is before it was popular. Before he got on, he was like, "Hey, no one told me I couldn't use it. I didn't want to spend $100 a day on your crappy internet." He was sitting there downloading in the middle of the ocean for 200 megabits, like nothing, and making phone calls and everything too. Oh, thank you for reminding me.
What?
No, I had somebody. They going to remind me about the Starlink mission. Remind me in another 2 minutes, because I think that's when they start. For Montclair. I mean, they've been X-raying for a while, but I think that's mainly weapons or contraband. I got a little, like most of the rain, I've been skirting around it, but it looks like it's going to get bad like right around midnight. You need them. You're correct now, but when you first got the Mini, you didn't need it. Like this is like a month after the Mini came out. I don't think that was part of the package. Like as long as you had the ROM, they let you use it. Well, he used it, and I think they made him take the video down too. Like they sued him and everything. I mean, they also say you're supposed to have the aviation package, and I've seen people use that up on corporate jets. They'll stick it in the front windshield and go to town. Oh, what was I doing here? I spaced out. I'm sorry. Boise, Colorado. Let's see if there's any other bands happening right now. Like 20 meters has been junk. Ever since the time changed, like November 1st or whatever, it's been junk. Ever since the Dodgers won the World Series. I heard one of your pitchers from the Mets might be coming over. They used to play a song at the when that walkout song.
We'll see what happens.
5 minutes, 25 seconds. All right. Yay, they're live. Let me pull down the audio from my live stream. You know I love this stuff. It's my favorite song right there. It's nice not to get dinged for the music from SpaceX and stuff anymore. This is your favorite song? No, Seth? You like K-pop or something? I had to listen to K-pop when I picked up Haley today. Here we go. Welcome aboard. Speaking of Starlinks, here we go. Quiet. Not even, hey.
And Strongback Retract has started.
Culture Club. Is that what you like, Seth?
No. Oh, aren't you more the 80s person?
I am. I listen to, I'm not a big fan of the new stuff. John, nice to see you in there. What is that? They're wireless? John, I have a bunch of people I know out in Vegas right now. They're working a golf tournament. This reminds me of like Back to the Future when they pull the DeLorean out of the Doc Brown van. If it happens. Not The Cure, Depeche Mode. Yeah. I really like the helical antennas. You look those up online. Helical. The Libyans. And I'm right down the street from where some of that was taking place.
Stage 1 lock load is complete.
Mr. Excited here. Wow. I have a 900 megahertz Yagi I'm not using anymore. Actually, it's from one of my videos I did. One of the few I did. They don't have any time on here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm blocking it. It's 2 minutes. Usually they put up on the right-hand side. That's weird. So if I do this. Boop, boop, boop.
Stage 2 lock load is complete.
Colin, you're gonna get a surprise in the mail in like a month. Yeah, I heard it's a clear night in Florida.
Ground gas closeout has started.
Maybe a QSL card. Who knows? Just the tip. Just the tip. Oh, hey, whoa. What's going on there? I didn't do that.
What?
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Here we go. It's not going to be like New Glenn where they keep pausing it. And no offense to New Glenn. They're new.
LD, go for launch.
Launch director says go for launch. By the way, I drove by SpaceX 2 nights ago. I was right in front of the main building. Actually, the former headquarters. I think they're in Texas.
T-30 seconds.
But all this is out of Hawthorne. All this stuff is. All the Falcon 9 stuff. Time to get excited.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Uh-oh.
T-minus 10, 9,
It seems like
8,
something got shut
7,
off.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
You can see the Starship platform that's been erected next to it.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
I was a little disappointed on the New Glenn's lack of onboard cameras yesterday, too. I mean, even on this little launch here, they'll have like 2 or 3 different cameras. I think they only had one on the other one.
Power and telemetry nominal.
All right, and just about a minute in, we'll hit around max Q, and also about a minute in, just a little bit past the minute, supersonic. There we go. That thing's booking. It's like being in a plaid Tesla. Probably a little bit faster.
Max Q.
This is out of Florida, Space Coast, Florida. Seth, do you remember driving at 2 o'clock in the morning to as close as we could get to the Atlantic part of the Florida? By the way, before you got on, I was mentioning, because we're talking about this launch, and did we take the tour that drove by the
Eagle Assembly Building?
Yeah, no, the launch pads.
I don't know. I thought we did.
We did, because we drove. I think we drove right by this thing, the launch pad. But I've been there so many different times, I can't remember which time. I don't think we went into VAC.
No.
It was closed.
VAB?
Yes, VAB. That's it.
You said VAC.
Yes.
We did see horses. And
I was walking around with a broken toe all day.
And you actually learned what a CVS is.
Well, CVS receipt. They don't do that in California. And Colin, yes, they use metric, and that is very nice. And he has his upside down smile, of course.
Stage separation confirmed.
Stage 2 startup.
Bye-bye. This stuff always amazes me. They're like, it's like an assembly line of this. You know, back in the day, we might get a launch like once every like 3 months. And now we're getting, you know, multiple launches a week.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Just think of all that space junk up there. Okay, there goes the tip. So, Tim, did you guys know each other? There's almost 40,000 people watching. It's 18,000 more that are subscribers of mine. Out in the vast darkness of space there. Glowing bright orange.
Trajectories.
Yeah, everybody knows I'm a fan of the metric system. I wish we'd use it here in the United States. That doesn't make any sense why we don't. You get to see it pretty good, Jason? I never said it was harder. I said it's easier. Like zero's freezing. What a concept. Right? I think that's awesome. I don't know why, whatever, 34, whatever, 32 is freezing. What's their $40 plan? You could hear it? You're that close? I think, Seth, didn't we hear it where we're at? We got pulled off the side of the freeway by a trailer park or wherever we were at literally in the middle of Florida.
Yeah, no, I thought it was like a farmland or something.
I thought I saw a trailer park or a tow truck company or something.
I don't know. It's Florida,
I'm 25 miles away.
Stage
That's
1
good.
entry burn startup.
Are you going to
Stage 1
Hamfest,
FPS is
Jason?
saved.
It does. Colin, except for you're upside down. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
Copy that.
Stage 2 FDS.
I'm about
saved.
99% going at this point. 8 pounds to a gallon? What? This is the only thing about the night launches I don't like. You can't really see much. I usually like to see like the curvature of the earth and stuff and things coming down. It gives you a little bit of context and perspective how far up that thing went, and it's coming down a little tiny little boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Well, where is this thing going? It's going up to space.
Stage 1 transonic.
And Tim, what day you plan on getting to Hamcation? I think you told me, but I forget. So we're under the speed of sound on the first stage.
Stage 1 landing burn.
So,
Stage 2
Grant?
terminal guidance.
They tried switching the 80s. Here we go. I think
Stage
Carter
1 landing
passed
light
it,
display.
and then they switched it back in like 81. That
Stage
looks
1
like a
landing confirmed.
perfect landing, huh? That I don't care what anybody says. That just amazes me every single time. Nice to get you, John, if you're still in here. Nice to get you on 40 meter FT8. Oh, no, that was 20 meters. John, that was 20 meters. I didn't realize that. And I just want to let you guys know, today was the first day I didn't run my AC since the first week of May. How about that?
Do you want a medal?
No, I mean, it was 90 degrees here 2 days ago.
Hey, I'm running my heat for the last month. Do you want me to say that over the stream?
Sure.
Too late, I already did.
Sorry, it's easier on my eyes. That was the only thing I was running. I don't know. I think he's gone. This was the only app I was running in light mode. I forgot it was Friday night. I'm not used to having Friday nights off. And after this week, I slow down drastically again. This week coming up, I'm working 5 days in a row, 17th through 22nd. And then I got 3 days off, and then here and there, on, off. And then on, off till first week of December, where I have a couple, like 5 days off in a row at this point. And then December is very quiet. So lots of time. Where's this guy? For ham radio, I have AC. Really? Is it warm there? Or is it just all the equipment keeping you warm? Thousand Oaks. Band is very short. Oh, look at this right here. Imperial County. But it's really not Imperial County. It's Blythe is Riverside County. So call in if you need Imperial County, which I don't think you could do 20. Look at 20 meters is completely junk. Excuse me. A lot of basketball, a lot of NHL. More NHL than basketball. I used to do more basketball than NHL, but I flipped a couple years ago. College here and there. Sometimes I used to work a lot of award shows, like 1 or 2 a month from like November on, but those kind of disappeared. I might do some in January. I don't know. It was 80 in the building when whoa. I worked the ESPYs once. I think maybe twice. But mainly like the Academy Awards, like the red carpet stuff. SAG Awards, Grammys, Golden Globes. I don't know, American Music Awards, all that stuff. Billboard Awards, People's Choice, all those, everything award shows you can possibly think of. Yeah, 20 is junk right now, dude. If I can't even see Grant, I don't even try to go to voice on 20. But keep in mind, my antenna is almost on the ground. I can reach it. It's like only like 5 feet up. There are parts of it that are a little bit higher, but for the most part, it is nice and low. So, but I was making contacts with South America on 10 meters earlier today with that down like that. Oh, let me go back to him. Halt. Halt. That's the guy from Fresno, right? Yeah. Patrick. Yeah, I don't think it's open. I don't see anybody past Washington, but if you can get on FT8, I can't believe I'm being heard in Japan right now on 20. My antenna's down because we got some bad weather for California coming through here right now, here in the Southern California area. $10 and $12, $10 and $15 were good today. I got a piece of something on my lip. For what? What a show. I don't mess with no front of house mix. That's a whole different department. Sometimes those guys are even hired by different companies. They just get splits from them. I ain't got no time to deal with no front of house. Really? 10 at night's been busy? They do, because they're not in a, you know, a frozen meat locker inside a production truck like most of the other production audio folks are at. This guy's not calling me back, or he's not hearing me. He's minus 23. Anybody try any POTA with all the, I'm going to go back to 40. With all the bands being crappy? And Seth, did you get your antenna up yet?
We've already discussed this.
Still?
Yep.
Want me to send you one?
Maybe. I don't know.
Did you get the qualification for an activation? 20 meter FT8's even garbage. That's going to make for a bad, and I think part of it, because 40 is, I might be using the Invis. I don't know what they call it. That looks a little too far for Invis. But my antenna's down, so it's kind of taking the fun out of things. 2 meter? You know, I don't have my 9700 set up for that. Gotta love autocorrect. Wow, that's pretty good for being a dead band. Ooh, Seth. Ooh. You got a message on the screen, dude.
Wow. Wow. I remember that, Nate.
When's the last time you've been on the air?
On the air? 2 weeks ago, if you count Marathon.
Yeah. This might be a good night to have Nate in Sonobus.
Wow.
It's not a school night tonight, is it?
No.
I always see Sullivan, Tennessee on here, but I know I already got this guy. Oh, Indiana's in. I don't know where Hope is. Oh. I don't have you on FT8, so I'll get you. North Salt Lake, Utah. I'm going to go after this Indiana contact because I don't have them. Still looking for new counties. Let's go to my QRZ here. Always looking for counties. And the other thing is I keep on getting this stupid message up. Right? And I can't, it doesn't work. So I don't know. Let's see. Got any new contacts? No. I have some to fix.
I think you need to stick your comment, Greg.
What? What?
The last comment in the chat, you need to go post.
Do you have an antenna on your car?
I do.
All the time?
Not all the time, but I can get them in like 5 minutes.
You're right there?
Yeah, you didn't get the joke.
So my goal at the beginning of the year was get 1,000 counties. I don't think I'm going to get that unless I go crazy.
I thought you said you had plenty of time off.
I got to get like 400 new contacts in 400 different counties. I doubt if that's going to happen. I mean, realistically, that's not an achievable goal at this point. But I'm still going to work towards it. And maybe I'll instead clean up my ham shack here. No, I'm not going there. What does Nate say about CW? That's all. Well, no, that's not. I got offered a job for this weekend. I couldn't do it because I have some other stuff going on, not work related stuff. Yes, there we go. I'd rather do this than do CW. Athens, Georgia.
Hold on. I want to see Nate decode FT8 by ear.
Well, it slowed down the other night. It might have been easier for him. Hancock, Indiana. Indiana folks in here. Home of Steak and Shake. Well, they have good fries. They did something to their fries recently. I stayed at a hotel in Vegas that had Steak and Shake. Oh my goodness. Those things were delicious. And I didn't feel all like weird after. Wait a minute. Isn't this the same place that Ben said he was going to? This place right here? Am I wrong on this? Yes. I hope to get Ben on a bunch of... I hope I get him on voice, too. That would be a good voice, DXCC. They had a Steak and Shake in Temecula? I know they had one in, I think, Moreno Valley, but it only lasted like... I wanted to say a year. I drove out there. The service was horrible. And one of the buns I had a mold on it. But I have been to the one off Bear Valley Road off the 15. Oh, they had one at the Pechanga Casino too. Hello from Virginia. Good evening. What's left of it there? John, nice to see you in here. Do we have anybody from Maryland in here? If you guys remember that night. Do you like Steak and Shake, Nate? I was disappointed at least. Well, I've had the milkshakes, and I don't know. They tasted different here in California. I think it's because of the crappy dairy we have here in Southern California. Do you have the French fries? Do you ever had any French fries from there? It reminded me of like French fries at like a long time ago. There's one. That's exactly where I went. I told the lady, I go, did you put crack inside these French fries or something? Yep. Let me see here. By the way, I came on super early tonight. Does that make a difference that they're cooked in beef tallow? It's probably better than... They do have very good flavor. So it reminded me of like the French fries, like when I was a kid. We're gonna lose Seth, by the way.
I could give Nate my the same goodbye that I gave to you, Greg, but I don't know how. Would that be rude?
You normally like play a recording of it, so I mean,
I do, but usually it's directed at you.
I think they tasted better when I was younger, but now like I eat them and I'm like I feel like
Your stomach feels weird, or
everything feels weird. I had In-N-Out last night. They must have put so much salt on it. Like I drink.
Wait a second. You said you can't stand it.
You didn't let me finish. I had In-N-Out and it was so salty. So salty that I got up and drank 2 different waters in the middle of the night, like two bottles of water.
All right. This is for you, Nate.
Fuck you! I haven't heard that on the air in months, by the way. There's a new guy that gets on like every repeater here in Southern California and says, no ice, no Trump. No ice, no Trump. I don't know if Dave there in Temecula has heard that. He must have like the I don't know, the inputs and everything like in his scanner or in his radio, because I'll roll through my scanner like in the morning. No Trump, no ice. No ice, no Trump. All morning long. Dude, they have different ingredients in their pepper. Have you read the pepper ingredients? It's like, what? I don't know. When I had the French fries when I was in Vegas there a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know, and like when you eat them sometimes, French fries from McDonald's, you want to keep eating them even though you know you're full. I don't know. I didn't feel that. I felt full and I was done. Like I felt very satisfied, and it had like a good like aftertaste. I didn't get like that, I don't know, bony kind of taste after. I don't know if it's bony. Morton salt now contains sugar. What? That's another thing. I rarely add any salt to any of my food. It is such a rarity. The only time I do, when I'm like overseas and I'm like used to like having a bunch of salt and stuff. They may have been in beef tallow. You know, I was a huge fan of the food truck craze here in Southern California, but man, it's more. You got to spend like between me and my wife, we're spending like $100 on like a couple different things of food. I apologize, and whoever was in here, I forget who was wanting to fast. I'm sorry, he probably had to leave. F40's junk right now. Well, not that junky. Ooh. That's a new guy. There goes the sad ham in here. I talked to my buddy from Hawaii today. Not you, of course, but like there's some food trucks out by where I work in LA. And it's like, oh, you know, I'll go to the food truck and save some money. It's like, oh, it's a $35 hamburger. Oh, I can go to Smashburger and get one for $14. A deal, right? Yeah. So, and there was there still is they had Korean barbecue, Korean tacos. That is correct. Where I work in downtown LA over by LA Live, there is a Fleming Steakhouse, and they had a $10 burger. And it's good. And I think you get a salad and French fries with it for $10. But it's only like a 2-hour window, and sometimes I can't hit it. Now I want Steak and Shake. I remember when they're doing that Beyond Beef thing. I had a couple people I know that I work with. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm not eating beef. And they eat this Beyond Beef burger. And it like has like, the sodium level was like 4 times as much as a normal hamburger, first off. And then it had all this weird stuff in it. Chili's has $10 burger deals, but it's Chili's. It's hard to find deals these days. I've been eating out less and less, although I ate at our local Italian joint for, I'd say, lunch / dinner. Sorry, Ted. You're probably feeling better, though. You can go to El Gaucho's there in downtown Portland. Have a nice softball cut steak for me. Indian food, huh? They don't have pre-made patties like at your local thingamajig here? Yay, got a new guy. I got a new contact on here. Posey, Indiana. Madison, Ohio. Oh, man, I can't do grass-fed. I hate the flavor of grass-fed. Crap, what happened to Madison, Ohio here? What's up, Sean? You're having fun with that free DV, huh? My cats don't eat grass, and they barf. Yeah, I'm just not a grass-fed. I just think it tastes earth like I did a face plant in the grass and I had some grass in my mouth or dirt in my mouth. That's what it reminds me of. And some people don't mind that flavor. I don't know. It's going to be a little bit before you can have some Taco Bell, dude. I'm sorry. Unless you want me to send it to you. There's a different taste of grass-fed finish. Yeah, I don't. Give me some corn. Feed them some stuff they're not supposed to get. Corn-fed is like the best. There's no doubt that there's probably, grass-fed and finished with regular corn or whatever. Yes, Haley. What's going on? Oh, nice. What did you do to them?
Put like little.
I can't see.
Gold on them.
Oh, yeah. I see now. Mm-hmm. It's kind of shadowy. So did you enjoy... Let me put this over here so they can hear you too and not so loud. What kind of music did you listen to on the way home from school today?
Golden.
The what?
Golden.
And what kind of music is that?
K-pop.
K-pop. We listened to K-pop on the way home from school today. And what happened at the post office? My favorite place. Went to the post office today.
Some kind in front of us.
Yeah, some old guy First off, the post office by my house is ridiculous. It is not good, right? It is like, it just didn't feel good in there, huh? It was stuffy and just people are angry. This old guy, we got in line and he like walks past me and looks at me and like points and acts like he doesn't know any English and just gets in front of me. I remember looking at Haley going, what? And she didn't say anything. And the guy in front of him looks at me like, why did you just let him through? He didn't say anything. Anyways, he acted like he didn't speak any English. And of course, when he gets to the front of the line there, and is doing his business there at the post office with the clerk or whatever, he's speaking perfect English. So whatever. Don't let people take advantage of you. I didn't really care. I wasn't in a hurry. But yeah, never let anybody take advantage of you, Haley. All right. I love you. Good night. That's not that hard. Oh, come on. You got more than that. You're not squeezing. Why are you squeezing that hard tonight? There you go. Now you're squeezing hard. Feels like I'm getting my blood pressure taken. All right.
Love you.
Love you too.
Can you go to my room later?
Maybe. Well, exactly my point. I had that happen at Costco. And don't act like I'm like being like racist or anything, but sometimes people try to take advantage of because they don't know English. And I had a problem at Costco by my house. Some lady's like trying to speak some sort of Asian language or whatever. I don't know. And I was like, no, you guys stand in line. And she was like, you know, being all rude and just gets in line in front of me. I'm like, who are you? Who do you think you are? And I just, the whole time we're in line, because I was 2 away from going, and I just went in front of the window and she called me a name in English in bad words. I'm like, okay, so she does know English, but yeah, whatever. All right. Where am I at here? Yeah, weird deal at the, by the way, my post office, and I've said it before, is like the worst. Ooh, this might be a new guy. Nope. Little does he know his signal's getting eaten up by all that stuff in the atmosphere right there. Or he might know. I don't know. Hanover, Virginia. I'll go after him next. What's up there, KF0NKI? Nice to see you in there. Trying to make the contact with you. You were minus 14 to me. I should stay home more because people just piss me off these days. Well, I think I lost you there, pal. There you go. That's for you, Eric. I think our tolerance is changing. It's not that they're getting crazier. I'm sorry, I got to peel away. Not making the trip. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like going out and meeting people and talking to folks. That's why I do this. But man, sometimes doing day-to-day stuff just sucks. There's just some like rude people out there. And some days I feel like getting into it and just not letting them do anything. But, you know, whatever. I didn't care today. I didn't want to make a big scene with my daughter there. But she definitely noticed it. She noticed it before I did. Screen jams. No, you cannot. You are 100% correct. Well, I mean, there's some different stuff to math on that. Right now, I think it's probably better just to rent. And I think I've decided what's up, Oscar? When I retire, I might just rent, because then I don't have to worry about a $12,000 AC going out, whatever else. And if I feel like picking up and moving, I just pick up and move. I'm out. You may ask a question. You are allowed to ask a question. You can ask a question. It doesn't mean I'm going to answer it. I'll try my best. I try my best to answer questions. Man, that's worse than New York City. Well, I'll keep trying here. I'm going to move my transmit. No copy. He was speaking English good enough to have a conversation with. That's almost rent in LA. You're going to be paying $4,300 a month, and I don't know about 675 square feet, but you're not going to find anything that small. It's going to be in a bad area. I've never used one. I wouldn't know. The Zane, did you change your screen name or something? And it came up with that question, or were you this? Yeah, I don't have any experience with a 705, but I've heard good things about them. Oh, go ahead and oh, there you go. Try to get me. Got minus 17. Good for you. And Colin, that is way better than me. Even though I have more counties, you're 7,500 miles away, or do you want to do kilometers? Okay, there we go. Beaches on the air? Well, I don't know. I've never heard of beaches on the air. I don't know, to be honest with you. I've never heard of beaches. I've never heard of beaches on the air. I got you. That was our first time on 40 meter FT8. Good job. It's the same as parks on the air. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I've never done it. I do have beaches close to me, about 30 miles away, but I've never activated from a beach or done beaches on the air, to be honest with you. Somebody might know in here, but most of these people in here are landlocked, so I'm guessing they don't do beaches on the air. Yeah. I should proofread these before I say something. with a eye patch. Have you ever? I'm sure. I think you have activated Chino Hill State Park. Thank you for the question. Anybody's welcome to ask any question. I just don't think I can answer all of them because I'm not a professional. I'll try to answer it. I mean, it's a free country. You can ask anything. It doesn't mean you'll get an answer for it, but I'm a professional, just not at this. I'm making it out. Not that good. Oh, once again, something I haven't said in a while. Anybody new just watching? Don't forget to jump in the chat. Tell us how you found us. And don't forget to hit that like button. What tool map is that? This is oops. Sorry, this is a double hit that. I apologize. This is ham clock right here. Behringer mixers are pretty good, and they are actually. This is the ham clock that I have, but you can download the program for free, I believe. There's 47 people watching right now. I hadn't even looked. Adam's being a dick in there. Yeah, Behringer microphones are actually good. They don't have a lot of RFI problems, and their preamps are pretty clean. They're actually a little cleaner than I think the Mackie ones are. I like the faders a little bit better than the Mackies. You can get on my YouTube. Yeah, there you go. You put a link in there. Show them some love. Adam, why are you so upset? Oh boy. There we go. I think I had you on 40 meter FT8, right? And poor Terry, every time I see you in here, I think about your Blue Jays. Was he showing me how to fix this? Oh, this is from the Aurora scatter. Nice. My antenna is actually down right now. 6 meters was actually good the other day. I was seeing the East Coast of the United States, believe it or not. I literally thought radio waves were me. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, my antenna is actually down right now. I didn't realize I hung up my grid tracker there. Whoa. Try to get this guy again. Miles with a Y. Yeah, mine's down because we got some weather. No. You don't need a switcher. You can do it through OBS. OBS is free. I don't even think I have this set up. I do. Oh, sorry about that. I was just stretching. What's up, dude? The less you have on, yeah, that is true. There's a lot of folks on 28420 of all places. I try to do a POTA on there, and it's always full. Yes, the frequency's in use. Or I hear somebody on there. And I got New Jersey in the wings here, waiting. 420. A welcome aboard for WSJT X, I guess. Once again, anybody new that's watching now, because it's a little bit, you have to be a subscriber for a minute or two. I can't remember. So jump in the chat. Tell us if you're new or not. We'd love to hear from you. I didn't know that many people were watching. Usually like the middle of November till just past the 1st of January, lots of new folks in here. Get stuck inside because it's a little bit cooler outside. Thanksgiving's always a good night to stream for me for some reason. So I'm looking forward to my Thanksgiving live stream, and unfortunately, I got to get up at the butt crack of dawn the next morning. I am seeing Manitoba, Saskatchewan in here. I'm seeing some Canadian folks. You know what? I'm gonna have carne asada meat because I hate turkey. I know that's bad. I think I've discussed it here on the show. I am still running full power, yes. I'm off this weekend too, so. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not. I hope I didn't offend you folks. I'm not a turkey guy. Not a turkey guy at all. You know, my wife puts a lot of work into it, but I'm just not a turkey guy. Oh. I didn't even like my own stream yet. So now let's take a look and see if we got any more weather coming this way. Some longer, bigger cells going through here now. It's like it's going to stop right about midnight. I like leftover pizza. All right, let's see what this is. Well, it's the United States and Canada, including territories and possessions. So that's Guam and the Marshall Islands, I guess. Puerto Rico. All right. I'm sorry if I offended you. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like turkey. I don't like the way it smells when it's being cooked. I generally leave the house. This year I might try to do a POTA. Ridgecrest. That's up. There's a Air Force base over there, I believe. Oh, we got a POTA here. Well, at least people will be on the air. You know, like I said, I just don't like the way that turkey, the smell of it being cooked. I smoked a something, I can't remember what it was. Not a roast beef, but something else. Turkey's really hard to smoke, by the way. Mainly because it's a soft meat and it can get dried out very easily. So you got to brine it and how you got to inject it too, but you don't want to over inject because then it turns to slime. I've tried smoking turkey breast, but I don't know. I just couldn't. I couldn't make it taste the way like I wanted to. Over inject, yes. Yeah, turkey is one of the, I would say, probably the hardest meat to smoke and smoke it good, especially on a regular smoker, because the smoke naturally dries out the meat. From what I've read, a lot of people keep a lot of the skin on, but also you lose a little bit of that smoky flavor. Joe loves his breast. His turkey breast, I mean. I don't think I'm going to hear much on 80 with my antenna down. I do like Christmas food. We had my father-in-law, he's since passed. He always carved up a nice prime rib. Seems like 40's doing pretty good now. All the N4WFF is not seeing me too good. Oh, Colin, come on. I'd rather have turkey than that. I've smoked prime rib, and man, did that come out delicious. The edges on it tasted so good. Yep. That's what I read. The smoked chicken. The chicken I turned out pretty good one time, and the next time it turned out like rubber. So the Russians, so it's going to turn into a Russian territory instead of a U.S. territory? All joking, of course. Tipton, Tennessee. Hello from Florida. Just waiting for my license. Hey, good luck, man. It's going to take a little bit. I think like 10 days. Oh, actually, probably about another week or so. Hopefully you get it before Thanksgiving. Welcome aboard. How did you find the channel here? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe on other accounts too. Any recommendations for a decent mic while traveling? No. Because I don't use one on the road myself, so I wouldn't really know, other than I have a Sennheiser headset, which is a professional headset they would use for, it's an HMD 26.2, but that's a little way overkill. Kmart. So, I don't really know. I brought my RA20 out with me a couple times in hotels, and it's just way overkill. Yeah, they were closed for about 6 weeks. So they're going to definitely have a little bit of backlog. And Viper 1544. When did you take your test? Just recently, like within the last couple days? Well, welcome aboard. We'll have to get you set up with like DMR and DStar and all that stuff, and we can communicate that way until you get your HF. If you get your general, study up. That's where it's at. I wouldn't worry about your extra too much. I already looked at him. If anybody needs Delaware in here, I'm just going to throw out a CQ here. Watching all the way from Lowell, Indiana. Do you have a Steak and Shake nearby you? I always say that because Indiana is notorious for having a lot of Steak and Shakes, at least from my recollection or my memory. Going to the state of Indiana. Well, for me, it's going to be way overkill, like $600. The HMD 26.2. That thing is made to be in a loud environment. Generally, it's your, as you can see here, it will start out with your grid square, then a signal report, then they'll send their signal report. That'll be their order, and you'll basically you'll roger that, and then you'll 73 out, and then you'll confirm that you got the 73. You can add some of your own. I don't have the band hopping on. Yeah, I don't think a lot of that stuff is active at this point. We do have some VEs in here. Maybe they can help you out with that. Now, you could skip the RR73 and just put 7.3, I believe. You know what? I'm going to go on FT4 and see what happens. There's your answer right there. And from what I understand, at least what I saw in the news, is everything won't be 100% for 10 days after the shutdown ended, which officially ended yesterday. So looking right before the Monday before, and I doubt if it'll do it then, the Monday before Thanksgiving. Oh, man. I am tired. I have not been sleeping well. My problem is I've been getting to bed about 2 o'clock and then, hearing everybody wake up at 6. Yeah. Correct. Actually, I've been getting a lot more sleep than I have been than I did over the summer. During the summer, I was getting tops 4 or 5 hours. And now I'm getting 8. So some more CQ here. Sorry, I'm looking at stuff here. Trying to find some information out. So what are you guys' plans for this weekend? Anybody going to try any potas or anything like that? I might try one on Sunday if the weather gets a little bit better. I just don't want all my gear to get all muddy and stuff. So I would say the exchange is under that. But depending on if they answer you the first time, it'll be more. Generally, it's a little bit less. And FT4 is super fast. Nice. That's a lot of chickens to be murdering there. But get after it. I'd rather do FT4 too. But a lot of times FT4 doesn't get busy until FT8. There's no places to be. So, and it's not because of the band, because it's basically off the same frequency. So I agree with you on that. You go bam, 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 bam. Get through all those people. I could do 160, but my antenna's very, very compromised. I would love to be treated to Steak and Shake. Actually, Flawed Toast has a Steak and Shake nearby him. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I was on way earlier than normal. I came on right about 6 p.m. local here, so do the math on where you're at. I've been on for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I have not gotten up to go to the restroom, believe it or not. What I want to do is try Skyline Chili in Ohio one of these days. Most people don't know what 40 meters is, or sorry, FT4 is. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. And yeah, I guess I think it was Nate, they make them in beef something or other. I guess beef grease, like natural beef grease rather than a seed oil. Interesting. That's good to know. I might give it a shot. Beef tallow, that's it. And one of these days, maybe when I hit 100,000 subs, so that won't be like 5-10 years from now. Once I get to close to 100,000 subs, I'll get 100 away from 100,000 subs. I'll stay on the live stream till I hit it. That's FT8 noise. It sounds normal now. 20 meters was complete junk here today. I mean, right at sunset, it was okay. Oh, where's it at? It should be in here. Hold on. You know where it is? It's on my main page. Let me get one in here. I'll see the Sandbot. Look at the pin message now. Oh, my pin messages aren't working. Let me go to my pin messages here. Oop, that's how I almost put somebody in timeout, by the way. Sorry for all the noise. I'll put the pin message in. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're new. That's the only thing I ask for out here. I'll take any muff. As long as we have muff, we're good. Let me look at 160 meters. I doubt it. I'm not going to hear much on 160 meters, to be honest with you. Thank you very much. I recognize that call sign. Nice to see you in the chat here. Welcome aboard. I think that was our first time because I try to get new people. Mainly I'm looking for new counties. Adam's angry tonight. He's an angry Vegas guy. And you know what, Nate, you give the correct answer there. I'm going to try 80. That is the answer that's correct. Depends on what you want to do. Sometimes spending a lot of money on a radio is not always a good thing because you're going to get options and stuff you're going to figure out you're not going to want. But let me tell you something. If you're interested in getting a radio, buy a used radio. And then you could turn around and sell it used too. So, I wouldn't buy anything new unless it's, something cheap. When I don't know how to explain this, but when I got back in the radio my second time, actually my first time, not the very first time I started with radio, but when I got back into it, I took a little bit of a time off. I looked on eBay and I found a TS-2000, which is a all mode, all band radio. I thought that was probably the best thing for me, and I actually loved it. And I paid about, 30 or 40% less than I would have bought it new. And it didn't make that much of a difference to me. So keep that in mind. And you can spend some money on some other stuff. Unless you're really dedicated to something you want new, I definitely would not start spending extra money on stuff. Because a lot of people will buy new stuff and throw it up on eBay and sell it for a lot less than what it's worth. So that would be my advice to you as far as buying radios. And it's like radios, you could buy them and sell them, and it's just like if you get tired of them, you just turn around and sell it. And if you buy it used, you don't spend as much money on it, you don't feel mentally as bad. It is buying it, but it's still cheaper than buying it new. We have a Hamfest here, Fort Wayne, Indiana. I've actually been to Fort Wayne, Indiana. I worked wrestling there back in the day. That's the northern part of Indiana. It was back in the 90s, WCW of all things. So that's my advice, because if you get tired of it, you can just turn around and sell it again. So it's just like this big loop, and sometimes you can get most of your money back. Dude, yeah, antennas, that depends on your situation, where you're going to transmit from, the space you have, what bands you want to work, so yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I think the closest Hamfest to us is that one out in Yuma, and I heard that one's junk. It's just not good. It's basically everybody from the Papa system going out there. Oh, we got a CQ POTA. But I think that's a little bit further than Pacificon, right? I mean, Yuma's a little bit closer, right? The band is going longer because I'm now seeing Maine in there, Virginia. Now, obviously, I got you, Terry, earlier. Up in Ontario. He's playing the trumpet in the restroom. Interesting. I'm just guessing he's in a restroom. Thank you very much. I have been a Dodger fan ever since I was little, and I got to tell you, that series was probably, and that especially that last Game 7 was probably one of the best baseball games I've actually seen, and I've been to probably literally thousands of games. In did I say Cuba? I meant Yuma. Sorry, I've probably been to thousands of baseball games and watched thousands more before I started working in the business. I got to say, that was one of the best games I've ever seen in my life. And the Blue Jays, they played a really good game. They had just as good as a chance to win it than the Dodgers, and they didn't. Just on some crazy plays. So, I personally think they're probably a little bit better of a team. I don't think the Dodgers played very well, but man, that was a good series. Do they still have all band radios? I got to be honest with you. You probably don't want an all band radio because it's going to be kind of limited on stuff. I would love to. Oh, Cuba on my grid tracker? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. That is true. I hear less and less people in the wind system now. Like, even they have a net at night, the Triview net at night, and there's like 10 people checking in. And I don't know if you've seen Josh from oh crap, Ham Radio TV, AA4. God, I'm freaking bad on call signs. He made a good point, and this is why I'm kind of bringing it up. There's like too many gatekeepers out there. And it kind of takes away the fun of things, and people are afraid to talk. This morning, and this is why I'm bringing it up, there's some folks that normally talk on I'm not going to say the repeater system, but normally talk on the same repeater system in the morning. And this other guy got on and started, asking some questions he said he was new. He just got his license, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, first off, the guy's like, oh, you sound low. You're saying your call letter is too fast. Like, immediately starts telling him all this stuff that he's doing wrong. I don't know. Then the guy came back and he was like, oh, well, okay, well, I'm going to go. And it's like, well, you just kind of scared him off by telling him he's doing everything wrong. So I don't know. And I think that's a lot of the problem why you don't hear a lot of people talking is everybody's trying to correct everybody. By the way, Icom's good. I have Icom and Yaesu, so I'm not one of those Chevy Ford guys. Whatever works for, I don't know what your name is there, Viper, but whatever works for you, whatever you think works for you, give it a shot. Or, somebody that is like a mentor to you, and they're used to using a Yaesu or a Icom, you might be a fan of that because they'll show you the ropes on stuff. So that's another reason why to get in that situation. Bob, okay. Well, you know what I mean. Come on, Dustin. Why are you getting all technical? What's wrong with a Tesla? I don't know if John's still in here. John from Vegas. He saw my Tesla. Actually, I think somebody been in here. No, Seth isn't in here anymore, but he's been in my Tesla. I think Denny, I don't know if he's watching. KN6, KNE, which I made a couple mobile contacts, Aviation Mobile. I had some, I think it was a couple months ago. You're correct there, Terry. Some guy at Chino Hill State Park, I had my, what do you call it? I had my Starlink on top of my Tesla, and some guy like flipped me off. And he's like, you're just all Elon. And I'm just like, whatever, dude. Stuff works. I do have a mobile rig in my. Didn't you guys see the video? Oh, come on now. You guys had to have seen the video. Let me pull it up for you and put it in the chat. This is my setup. People just get so angry on stuff. Oh, Digital Rancher's been on. I didn't realize that. I'm not normally on Friday night, so let me go to my shorts. This is actually my best video ever. Oh, why doesn't that? Why doesn't that work? There we go. Help me out, get a couple more views on this. Here it is. Yeah, and you can put a HF. Sorry, you can put any radio in a Tesla. In fact, I think it's a little bit cleaner because I have no inverters or anything, or no alternators, I should say. So I don't have a noise problem. Every once in a while, if I go out of drive mode into camping mode, I'll hear some noise, and that's basically a mode that goes from drive mode basically to a standby mode. And I think there's some, I don't know, get some conversion or something the way it draws the battery. So that's the only time I get any noise. If you guys have seen me do live streams on HF with my ATOS in my car, or on my car, I should say, with my 891. That is a Comet 571. I bought the longest antenna that will fit in my garage. It's definitely a Comet. I think it's a 5SB1 or something like that. Or it does the job. I can hit all the local repeaters. Up at Dodger Stadium, where I work during the summer, at Lot P. The reason why I say Lot P, it's the top of the Dodger Stadium, like, infrastructure, I guess you can say. And you can see all of LA, Orange County. You're kind of blocked by Ventura by some hills. But I got a direct line of sight shot down to San Diego, and I've made over 130-mile contacts on that antenna with just 50 watts. So it does very well. I think one of my other longest contacts, I was driving, I was at, this was kind of prearranged too. I made a contact at Mountain Pass off the 15, which is over by Baker, all the way to a remote base. And you might know the person, I don't want to say on here. It was on top of a hilltop. I think the remote base was on Heaps, I want to say. Yes, it was, Danny. It is an NMO. That sounds about right. I am bad, dude, I am bad with model numbers. I suck at model numbers. We discussed this at work with some work people. Like, there's some folks that know all these model numbers, but they don't know how the thing works. I know all the stuff works, but I don't know the model number. Yeah. but it does very well. I also have a super gainer. I think that's a comment. No. Who makes a super gainer? I think it's a comment. 9700, 9700. I have to look on here. Let me take a look. In case you guys are wondering, let's pull this up. If you guys don't forget to hit that like button too. It looks like there's still 43 of you in here. Only 50 likes. We could do better. Let's pull up this video here. And I'll look for the... Oh, it's Diamond. That's right. I'm just back to the great K6EGG live stream channel. Yes, you can play amateur radio in your electric car. This is a 2023 Model 3 Tesla with a K400 antenna mount. I have the cable going down this harness tie raft going into this hole right here. Cable comes out behind. I don't know why I choose this song, but I think it was perfect. 5100 from Icom. I also have some Velcro there on the back to keep this radio nice and snug when I drive around real fast. Also have a Bioenno battery. I don't use the battery on board for the Tesla, just to be on the safe side. All those cables are going to the remote here. It's too loud right now. Flat Cat 6 to the microphone, and you see the face here. Also got 13.3 volts of pure Bioenno power on my ID. I did that in 2 takes, by the way. I was pretty proud of myself. And I didn't write anything. You almost got me 60 likes? Really? How did you do that? Oh, wow. You went to, I'm going to go to all my accounts now and do it. I like coming on Friday nights. Everyone hates loud background. So I just wanted, I'd never really put music on anything. And I think that may have made a difference in the video because I got 100 and I don't know, 75,000 views or whatever the heck it was. I did something right. I mean, am I wrong? You may not want to deliver pizzas in a Tesla because that might suck if you need a charge. And you don't have a supercharger nearby. That's when my car was clean. True, but it would show up in people's feeds if you like listen to that type of music. Because I think I put jazz in the tags and stuff. I think. That's the most views I've ever gotten on anything in my entire life. And I got like 5,000 subs off that video. I am not joking. If I go down to my statistics, which I don't want to show on here. No. They only did though. I think they outlawed them in California. By the way, thank you, Dustin. Anybody new in the chat? Anybody new catching this video live stream? I know it's about 15 till 9 on the Eastern time zone. Eastern Standard Time now. Yay, got a new guy. A new contact there. Not a new contact. I know that call sign. Do you guys still have... So I read the story about Pizza and Little Caesars. Do you guys still have Pizza up there? I know we're talking about food again. Yeah. So what I understand, and maybe someone can look it up online. So yeah, we have Little Caesars everywhere. So Little Caesars started, I think I want to say Michigan somewhere. And like one of the brothers or cousins or somebody, like they tried to market Little Caesars in Canada. And then they started marketing it and they couldn't use the name. And so you'd go up there and it's like all the same ingredients, same like suppliers and everything, but they called it pizza. Tastes exactly the same. And then they got sued, I want to say like 10 years ago, and they made them stop. And they even used the same like little whatever Mario guy. Yeah, that's why I think there's no more pizza. We do not have White Castle here at all. And White Castle is disgusting. I've already said my White Castle story, I think, on here from Long Island. I got them a couple days ago. Is that the it has a slash in there, 3 letters and a slash? Unless you guys want to hear my White Castle story again. Oh, you're talking about Terry if they have them up there. Yes, that's the one, ZL7. Yes, that's the one I got earlier. I got them on 2 bands, I think. All right. Denny wants to hear it again. So I was in Long Island for almost a month, like, I don't know, 3.5 weeks. And we went out drinking. Actually, a now since passed away, I would say semi-famous announcer, Craig Sager, was with us, and we were drinking. I think we started at a Hooters, which was part of the problem. And then we went to some other place. I can't remember where. I think we found some dive bar. Anyways, we drank from like, I don't know, 7:30 p.m. till like 1 or 2 a.m. And keep in mind, we had to be at work at like 7 a.m. the next morning. Anyways, I was a little bit hungry, and someone had the bright idea to go get White Castle in Long Island. I'm from California. I'd never had White Castle my entire life. So we go to this White Castle, and I'm like, okay, I'll take a hamburger. And they like look at me like, 1 hamburger? Don't you want like 5 or 6? I'm like, I can't eat no 5 or 6 hamburgers. What are you talking about, right? And I'm just hammered. I remember I got in there. I was just like, dizzy. So one of the guys I was with, they're like, no, get 4. I'm like, 4 hamburgers. And I told them I just wanted a plain or whatever, right? And they just were like laughing at me. Because I don't like a lot of crap on there. I like the meat, the ketchup, and bun. That's it. So I get them, and they have like grilled onions or something on them. And my stomach cannot do grilled onions. I thought I got most of them out. And so I ate these, 4 or 5, whatever I got. I think it was 4 hamburgers. And as soon as they got into my stomach, I'm just like, oh, this is not going to be good. They tasted absolutely disgusting. First off, I could still smell them. So we had about, I don't know, 20-mile drive on side streets, or a 20-minute drive on side streets to back to our hotel, Melville. This is in Long Island. And I'm sitting in the back seat, and the announcer's sitting in the front seat with the other coworker. And it started like knocking on my throat's door. Yes. Well, it's White Castle, because I'll never eat White Castle again. And and I've never had it, and I cannot do onions. Onions mess my stomach up, and I was already messed up from having a bunch of I don't know what I had. I think I didn't have anything hard that night. It was just beer. So yeah, I told the person driving, I go, you got to pull over. This is not going to be good. And everybody in there is like laughing and they're still eating. And I could smell the food and I put the window down and I went to go stick my head out the window because I needed some fresh air and off goes my hat. So I'm like, you got to turn around and get my hat. So I turn around, we find my hat, get back in the car. I'm like, oh, I feel a little bit better. We go like another half a mile and then it just, so I'm hanging out the window. I had my hat off by then. And it was bad. Let's just say everything I had the last 8 hours came out in like 20 seconds, including I could still taste the White Castle, that oniony kind of, I don't know, sour anyways, I will never eat White Castle again after that. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life. Everybody's thrown up in their life, but that was like the worst with the bubbles and stuff and ugh. So no more White Castle. Even the thought of it, every time I hear White Castle, I think about that moment in my life. So yeah, sorry about that's a gross story, but no more White Castle for me. You got to get the ISS because they're not going to be up there very much longer, right? They only got a couple more years. It's because they cooked the burger onion juice. I can't eat onions either, but I don't mind the flavor. Yeah, I don't mind the flavor of actually, I like the flavor of the onions, especially green onions. I think green onions have a little bit of a spice punch to them. But dude, oh my God. Never, ever again. And I saw them. I think you can buy them in the frozen department at the grocery store. And I won't even. I got a bad stomach. I don't like to experiment too much. I remember when I was, I don't know, 20 years old, 22 years old, picky eater. I get called to do a gig over in Japan, over in Tokyo. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Then like 2 days before, Kim, I was like, what am I going to eat over there? I'm going to be over there for 10 days. Oh, you know what? I cannot eat for 10 days. And I get over there and like everything's different. Like everything. All right, Dex, you take care, man. I do too, Nate, by the way. And Buc-ee's has very good beef jerky. Probably the best I've ever had. That's still available. So I get over there and all the foods is like, I ate the breakfast because it was like a Western style breakfast. And anyways, the reason why I'm saying this is a bunch of guys or a bunch of people I was working with, they're like, oh, we're going to go out and experiment and eat all this food on the street. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Because I don't know what they're eating, right? So I was with them for like 5 minutes and I'm like, you know what? I don't think it's open yet, is it? I don't know if that's a good idea. So I go back and I think I ate McDonald's. And the other thing is I can't order anything special in Japan because it's impossible. Now they have these apps that will, you scroll over the whatever, like, I don't know, Japanese writing, and it changes it to English. So it's easier now. Or you can do Google Translate. I couldn't order my hamburger special, ketchup only, whatever. Anyways, the reason why I'm saying this is the people that went out and ate, one of them ended up in a hospital. The other one ended up just going home because they were so sick. I don't know what they ate, but whatever. Interesting. Maybe. I don't eat as many carbs. I ate carbs today. I ate spaghetti. I went to Vince's Spaghetti. Have you ever been there? If you're talking to me, of course I have. And is the Buc-ee's open in Goodyear? I didn't think that was open yet. I mean, but Eddie World is not like, I don't know. Buc-ee's is something different. I didn't think it was open. Yeah, it's not opening until June. It got pushed back because it was supposed to open up in April. Yeah, I had Vince's for lunch, or I had it at 3:00, and it's messing with my stomach. Here's the other thing: I'll go and eat I'll go and order pasta from like the Italian imported pasta, and I won't get a stomach ache. Oh boy! Some people either love Vince's or hate it. I like it once in a while. Nate knows how bad I am. So we still got another 7 months away from Buc-ee's over in Arizona. Band is going long. We're just about at the 3-hour mark. You know, I think I have the problem because of the pasta, because I don't know, but I definitely have trouble with onions. Kill my stomach. Oh my gosh. I have been to a Hungry Jack's in Adelaide before, just to let you know. I think we've had this discussion. I have photos of it, actually. You want me to bring them up? You're going to make me bring them up, aren't you? I thought I showed this photo. Where are my years? They've changed I photos. There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. I've been to your Hungry Jack's. And I've already showed you this photo too. Oh, this is the city of Adelaide. See there? I've been there. I had proof. That is a long flight, dude. I guess from California all the way there, it's like 19 hours. because like another 3 hours from Sydney. Gosh dang, that was a long couple days. So if you don't like to fly, going to Adelaide from California is probably not the best thing in the world. Five Guys is really good, but it's like ridiculously expensive. Oh, that sucks. Dude, so how far you're in Pensacola? So Habit's kind of So I guess they're letting the Blue Angels fly like one last flight, I guess, this weekend, right? They almost canceled the whole season. They wouldn't even let them like fly that much, like once a week or something like that during a shutdown. So they're going to be out of rhythm. That sucks for those guys that are, and actually both girls and guys on those teams. They lost, 2 months almost of. I think their last show was in this, I don't know, second week of September out here in San Diego. So they lost 6-7 weeks of shows, almost 2 months. As we just passed 3 hours of live streaming here on the Greg K6EGG live stream marathon tonight. I think anything more than 3 hours is a marathon. I think the Thunderbirds call their season, though. I think. That sucks. All that training, and then they wouldn't even let them fly. They basically, whatever. And I didn't make one contact on voice tonight. How about that? And tomorrow the rain is supposed to be worse, so I don't think the antenna will be back up. I'm looking online right now. And no offense, Kim, I'm still burping Vince's right now. And you would probably understand that. What? Oh, great. The guy bailed out on me. Dang it. I already have Cooper. I don't have this guy, though. So once that Buc-ee's gets open, probably I'll head over there to 6-hour drive. Actually, I think it's a little bit less. Let's take a look. Goodyear, Arizona. No, it's about 5 hours from me. Of course, with no traffic. But in a Tesla, it's probably closer to 6.5 hours. I would probably have at least one full charge stop, maybe two. Love's Truck Stop has good food. you know something I noticed about the truck, since we're talking about truck stops, there's a lot of like Indian food in there now. It used to be like fried chicken and pizza, and now it's like Chinese food, Indian food. I just went to this guy. I went back and forth. And Colin, you and your how many, I don't know how many wheel truck, 64 wheel truck. I don't know what I did with that photo. How many likes did we get up to today? Oh boy. It says 61, but it might be more now. 63. That's not bad. That's pretty good for a Friday. All right. It's after 9 o'clock here in Southern California. My plan is to be back tomorrow. I probably won't be coming on at 5 o'clock because that other guy comes on from Southern California, Josh. Love his channel. I'm joking, of course. So I don't want to compete against him too much because probably most of you probably want to watch him. So I appreciate everybody watching tonight. And I will be back tomorrow, and I will be back Sunday as well. So I'll be back on my normal Sunday. So I actually got 2 Sundays off coming up. So I got this Sunday and next Sunday coming up off. So I'm looking forward to making some contacts out there. Maybe do a POTA on Sunday afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. We'll copy that. Appreciate it. Jesse, Dave, Colin, Dustin, Joe, Roy, Josh, Kim, if you're still in here. Dude, I think I'm looking. I don't know if Nate's still in here or he out. It's like Kim said, onions too. I didn't catch that. Dex is out. I don't know if Denny's in there. Oh, you just posted it? What do you have, 64 wheels here? They'd figure out a way in California to charge you tax on each one of those wheels. You don't think I'm kidding, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm paying almost $1,200 a year on my Tesla for registration. So yeah, my video actually, this is the best it's probably looked, and it's like not messed up at all today. Usually I'm choppy and moving around and stuff. Not even doing that tonight. Pretty happy about that here. Let me go back here. I want to look at something real quick. Yeah, that's the best my videos looked in months. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate it. Yeah, no echo. I think there was a little bit of an audio problem when Sam came in there. It probably went through his headphones, I was guessing, but it happens from time to time. But I appreciate everything you guys have done. It's so cool to see you folks in the chat. And Randy, I almost forgot about you. And there's some other people I probably forgot because there was like 60 at one point watching. I think that was a peak I just saw on the screen there. So you guys take care. You guys want some weather? It's bad weather here in California this week. We're supposed to get rain pretty much every day for like the next like week and a half. So I'll leave you folks with some weather. You guys take care. See you tomorrow.